First off, I would like to say that the Academy for enrollments, we're still offering places for enrollment, and I think we've extended the time for June 15th, right? So the Academy is being extended for enrollments to June 15th. If you're not in the Academy, we advise you to get in, because this may be the last one, so we're going to do something different with this one, all right? It's going to be June 15th, all right? We're going to have some of the lessons you're used to, but we're going to also go into more prophecy within those lessons, and we'll also bring forth the information on Dad. Who's Dad? And we're going to work on that, and that's going to be one of the lessons within the Academy also, before we release it online. We're going to still have the news program. Again, for those who don't know, the Academy is totally voluntary. All right? We send you the PDFs, we send you the lessons, we send you the passwords so you can participate. And the lessons that we put together is through fervent study. Fervent study, you have these for yourself to go towards your vocation and your learning going forward. It's like a school. You understand? It's a school, more so. Opposed to you going to the theologian seminary, colleges, and all those other places to learn against yourself. This is a way you can be in the comfort of your own home amongst the people you care about. Sit down with a pen and pad and get the information you need, and have us teach it to you through the Spirit of the Most High as best we can, so that you can take it and continue your walk going forward. Again, it's a 3-month process. It's only $50 a month. You understand? And colleges cost thousands of dollars. You don't have to worry about that. The material has been put together for you, and it's really good learning. Okay? In the middle of the week, we have a quiz in which you go through a quiz, and just so you can retain the information. All right? And it's really been a blessing. A lot of brothers and sisters send letters and tell us how impactful the Academy has been for them in their learning. They've learned more in 3 months than it would take 30 years. We give you all the references and all that. You're going to know something about the Bible before that 3 months is done. And it starts off with a teaching on creation. How was the universe created? And it totally destroys evolution. You will know beyond any shadow of a doubt how the Most High created the heaven and earth, who created it, and how long it took. Period. And I don't care if you're a novice, never read the Bible before, you'll totally understand it. So knowledge is increasing. So I'm putting that out there for the Academy. There's a deadline for June 15th. If you're interested, send an email to gatheringas1, that's the number 1, at AOL.com. All right? Another thing you would need to know is that the new site, the new website is being worked on, being that YouTube have set up a censorship, and we found out how they're doing this. I received a letter from one guy who claimed he was from Malaysia. Right? We sent a note to him to try to figure out why is he targeting certain people. All right? He responded he responded in my email through YouTube. Finally, and I listened to him. Come to find out, YouTube have set up people in third world countries, poor countries like Malaysia or whatever, and paid them a monthly stipend and gave them a list of people that they can take down, that they have to take down, that they have to flag. Therefore, if it's flagged independently from YouTube, then YouTube cannot be sued for censorship. So they pick poor people in these certain countries like Malaysia and different areas and pay them a monthly bill to stay online, stay on YouTube for a certain amount of hours, and just target the name of the list of of names that was given to them by YouTube. That's what they're doing.
Well, are they technically responsible for employing them anyway?
Yeah, but they're doing it in a way in which there's a middleman in between, but it's still YouTube. And here, on the other hand, they're offering that if the people who are being targeted, if they pay more than what YouTube is paying them, because they just want the money, they don't care, then they won't censor certain people. Now tell me how crazy that is. They're just poor people with accounts that are set up strictly with the list that they can flag so that YouTube can automatically go there and just take their site off automatically, because it's too much for YouTube to monitor. So they don't put people on certain sites. And this guy was the one put on our site. To show you that this truth must be putting a hole up in their thing. Why? Because we don't hate, we don't go against anybody, we don't say nothing evil against no one. All people are accepted in truth. But the knowledge itself and how it's awakening people is a threat to those who own Google and YouTube. Alright, so.
Then I've got the other militant Hebrews, their sites are still up.
A lot of them are up. A lot of them are still up. Some of them are not being targeted at all, based on the fact that if they are totally rogue, that's the example of an Israelite they need out there based on their rollout, how they're about to demonize Israelites. They don't want people to go on YouTube or any other place and see what an Israelite is according to Christ, opposed to the rogues that are out there. But that's neither here nor there. We knew it would come a time in which that would happen. So we have a site that's being set up right now, and we got people working on it, in which even the newer prophecies or whatever the case, real time, will be on the new site. So when Santee set up YouTube sites, whatever the case is, and put up the videos, there'll be just small enough links to give people the idea of what prophecy is being revealed now, and there'll be watermarks and links in which they can link out of that and go directly into the page that's being constructed with the information. Therefore, YouTube won't get they won't get all the volume. The volume will go directly to the site. So we'll just use them as a gate to funnel, because thousands of people come to YouTube just to find out what's going on next in prophecies according to what the Gathering of Christ Church have been teaching. And they shouldn't be deprived of that. So if they know it's there, they'll go to YouTube, and YouTube would just be a gate in which they can just link directly to our site. Therefore, that actually takes what they're doing out of the way. That flagging, because you can't flag something that's up for a couple of seconds that's really not saying much. It's just bringing people to our page. Right? And then the next step, obviously, that YouTube will be going into, well, those that own YouTube own the site anyway, Google. They're going to have it in which you're going to need an ID to get on the internet altogether. And they're going to be flagging and taking people's pages down for nothing. So eventually they're going to take our web page too. But while there's still opportunity, let's increase knowledge. And for a lot of you, when it comes to the news programs and all that, Mark does a great job with that prophecy. And what we're going to do with Lawyer for going forward for the next academy is he's going to have an easel and markers instead of paper, so that it can be more classroom, and he can do it right there, marking right on, all right? So they're going to find that for you, so you can do that during your lessons, all right? So that's going to be it for the academy information there.